A man wandered through the quiet forest, enjoying the solitude as he picked plump, ripe berries from the bushes. He dropped each berry into his basket, savoring the simple piece. After a while, he began to notice that the woods felt different, heavier somehow, the colors a little too vivid and the air tinged with something he could not name. He slowed, scanning his surroundings, a tingle of curiosity and wariness running down his spine. From behind a twisted oak, she appeared, a young woman, perhaps 23, but towering above him at twice the height of any human he'd seen. She wore a flowing white dress and cape, and in her large, elegant hand she held a polished magic wand. Her hair shimmered almost silver in the dappled light, and her eyes watched him with open, hesitant curiosity. The man instinctively stepped back, nearly dropping his basket. But as initial fear settled, he found himself just as intrigued by the vision before him as she was by him. The young sorceress, her voice gentle and awkward, spoke first. "You've gathered many berries." Her gaze lingered on his basket, and suddenly her expression changed, a hint of haughtiness crossing her features. "I must ask what you're doing." "Only I am allowed, by tradition, to pick berries in this forest." Deciding not to argue, he gave a small bow and turned to leave, but behind him, the sorceress' wand flickered. Brilliant flashes of energy burst among the trees and branches, twisted into strange shapes as she, clearly inexperienced, tried to cast spells to block his path. Though the forest came alive with her magic, she couldn't quite complete the enchantments, and the man nimbly dodged each magical mishap. Amused in spite of himself, the man turned and called, "I was only going to make a pie with them." The sorceress paused. Her sternness faded as her eyes widened with genuine interest. "A pie? With these berries?" She stepped closer, magic temporarily forgotten for a type of something new. The next day, the man returned, carefully balancing a pie wrapped in a checkered cloth. The sorceress waited for him on the edge of the woods. Her smile was anxious and expectant as he presented his creation. She tried a slice, and her entire face brightened with delight. "This is wonderful. I've never tasted anything like it." As the weeks passed, a most unusual friendship formed. On a sunny afternoon, one might find the man and the giant sorceress strolling through the city square, drawing every eye. Children whispered and some adults stared openly, but the two friends bore the curiosity together, laughing and sharing quiet jokes. Sometimes, she ventured into the city gym, ducking awkwardly under doorways as she tried to practice living among ordinary folk, always causing a stir. A couple of weeks later, as the leaves began to turn, her teacher, a wizened old magician wrapped in a robe of shifting patterns, visited her. After a brief, serious conversation, he looked up at the young sorceress and gave an approving nod. "You are finally ready," he declared. The sorceress beamed, radiant with pride and happiness. And as her first act as a fully fledged mage, she invited her friend to the forest for another pie, this time magic and berries combined.